Reconnecting with our roots, our spiritual and cultural heritage, is more than just a nostalgic journey into the past. It is a vital and transformative process that shapes how we understand ourselves, our histories, and our place in the world today. When we disconnect from our ancestral knowledge, we lose not only valuable insights into our identity but also the wisdom and resilience that has been passed down through generations. The importance of reclaiming and embracing our roots cannot be overstated, especially when it comes to understanding our collective identity and legacy. Understanding identity through ancestral knowledge. Our identity is not just shaped by our immediate family or community, it is also deeply influenced by the broader cultural and spiritual histories that came before us. African spiritual heritage, such as the belief systems that honor deities like Osunobua, provides a framework through which we understand the world, our purpose, and our connection to others. For instance, many African spiritual systems are rooted in a deep respect for nature, ancestors, and the interconnectedness of life. These values not only shape individual identity but also influence social norms, community structures, and how we interact with the world. When we neglect these traditions, we risk losing a sense of who we truly are. For many African descendants, the loss of ancestral knowledge due to colonialism, forced assimilation, or the disintegration of cultural practices means that modern generations often grow up with a distorted sense of self. Reconnecting with these roots allows us to rebuild a sense of unity and pride in our cultural heritage, helping us understand the richness and complexity of our history and the resilience of our ancestors. Restoring a sense of pride and empowerment. The legacy of colonialism, which often sought to erase indigenous African beliefs and practices, has left many people with a sense of shame or inferiority about their cultural identity. This psychological and cultural impact persists today, manifesting in attitudes that view African traditions as primitive or backward compared to Western ideals. By reconnecting with spiritual practices like those of Osunobua and other African deities, we can restore a sense of pride in our cultural heritage. These practices, often misunderstood or misrepresented in mainstream narratives, carry with them profound insights into community building, healing, and governance. Recognizing the value of these traditions helps reclaim their importance and relevance in contemporary society, empowering individuals and communities to assert their identity with confidence and pride. Reclaiming our spiritual heritage offers an antidote to the cultural erasure that many African descendants have faced. It provides a pathway to healing from historical traumas and a means to address present-day challenges by looking to the wisdom of those who came before us. Understanding legacy and its role in shaping the future. Our legacy is not just a reflection of the past, it is a living, present-day challenges the future. The lessons, wisdom, and cultural practices handed down by our ancestors are not mere relics of history but vital tools for understanding and navigating contemporary issues. For example, many African spiritual traditions emphasize themes like community, respect for nature, collective responsibility, and holistic well-being, values that are increasingly relevant in today's world as we face global challenges such as environmental degradation, social inequality, and political instability. By reconnecting with our roots, we can draw on these timeless teachings to address modern-day problems. The spiritual and cultural knowledge that our ancestors cultivated is deeply relevant to the ongoing struggle for justice, sustainability, and equity in the world. Just as the Edo people honored Osunobua as their supreme deity, we can honor the legacy of our spiritual ancestors by applying their wisdom to guide our actions today. A pathway to global healing and understanding. Reconnecting with African spiritual heritage also has global implications. When we embrace and celebrate African cultural and spiritual traditions, we contribute to the diversity of worldviews that can help bridge cultural divides and promote understanding across communities. The ancient wisdom embedded in African traditions offers alternative perspectives on how to live harmoniously with the earth and one another, lessons that are sorely needed in today's globalized world. Moreover, understanding African spiritual practices allows us to confront and challenge the global systems of inequality and oppression that have resulted from colonialism and cultural erasure. By reclaiming and honoring our traditions, we assert our right to define our identities and legacies on our own terms, independent of external judgment or control. The call to reconnect. In a world that increasingly values individualism and material success, reconnecting with our spiritual and cultural roots is an act of resistance and reclamation. It is a way to honor the wisdom of our ancestors and ensure that their legacies continue to shape the world in meaningful ways. By reclaiming our African spiritual heritage, we not only understand our identity and legacy but also create a foundation for a future built on respect for ourselves, our communities, and the planet. This journey back to our roots is one of profound healing, empowerment, and transformation, both for ourselves and for future generations.